welcome to the Casa de los Sheridans. Welcome to the Sheridan home. We wanted to do something. It's Christmas time of year, and I wanted to invite you into my home just to see a little bit of what it's like for us, that's behind the scenes. I've never done this before, and so here it is. This is the first floor. We actually have 3 floors that we're going to show you, but this is the main floor. This is the Christmas tree. I love our Christmas tree because my wife is she's so good, and so we've got a train that goes around this, and we've got an actual town. But our tree, every single ornament represents something. So some houses, have very organized Christmas trees. Everything looks just perfect. But ours, to me, you can pull something off. This is a Taylor Swift guitar right here, and that represents Danielle's love of Taylor Swift. And this says Fresh Lobster, and that represents a trip that we took to Maine. And you have these throughout the tree, and to me that's the essence of really Christmas. Christmas is about a time of family, a time of giving, and that's what our tree represents. And so come on into the dining room area. This is the dining room. We got the kitchen here. I think my wife is amazing because everything you see that's Christmassy, that's seasonal, she makes it all happen, and she does she's just a great job with it. We always joke that she has a PhD, a picture hanging degree, and so anywhere you look in the house, you're going to find, again, photos mainly of a family or the things that we value, the things that we care about. So we'll go to the back because I want you to see the little girls' room, and they're probably all freaking out that you're coming to see their rooms. Oh yes, and here we have this. Let me turn on the lights in this hall. Nick, will you turn on the lights in the hall somehow? So this is something that Nikki did this year for Christmas. This represents our Christmas card every year for the last, I don't know, something like 13, 14 years. 15 years, yeah. So that's where we started with one child back in the day, and then we kept advancing to the point where we are today, and kids are getting older. It's amazing. This is one of my favorite little drawings. Larson did this. It says families are forever, and she did that on her own. Oh, that was great. So Larson, can we see your room? Yeah, all right. This is Larson, and so Danielle helped obviously paint something on her wall, which is a big mural, right, Larson? Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite part of your room?
I love my wall.
You love your wall. Which part of your wall? Which parts do you love the most? Like, what things do you love the most in here? Because you're very crafty. You're my most crafty child. Yeah?
I like to sew.
You like to sew?
So I'm the one who likes to make stuff.
Okay, we'll come to you, Pink. We'll come to you. And what else do you love, Larson?
I love having my own tree.
You love having your own tree. She decorated her own tree. Everybody gets their own tree. That's her very own Christmas tree. That's cool. And by the way, what does your dad do for a living?
Content marketing.
Content marketing. I wouldn't have known that you knew that. That's pretty good. Love you. And Pink! We gotta get a light on in here. So, this is my youngest daughter, Pink. Pink, say hi. She is not shy at all, even though she might act like she is today. So, Pink, tell us what do you love. Tell the camera, what do you love most about your room?
My tree.
Your tree. Apparently, that's what we love most about the room right now. Anyway, you can see again that Pink has been busy just kind of creating and doing her own thing, and but there's still always that West Virginia element, which is pretty important. Thank you, Pink. Oh, I love it. All right, so that's that. There's my bedroom. That's it. So that's the first. That is the. Oh, one last room that I want to show you here. This is the schoolroom right here. And for those that don't know, 3 out of my 4 children are homeschooled, and my wife has done an amazing job with that. But also, my sister-in-law is their tutor. Basically, she works with them, which I think is just wonderful. But this is the room where we try to instill a love of learning. Ultimately, the goal with the kids is it possible that they, from an early age, develop a love of learning, a love of personal development? Because to me, that's what it's all about. That's the biggest factor that's going to dictate their success, is that love of learning throughout life. We're upstairs to the house. That's the first area that we're going to show here, and this is my favorite painting that I have, and it's George Washington at Valley Forge, and I think it merges the power of history and spiritual and leadership, and this was the one painting where I said, if I ever get any spending money at all, I'm going to get this painting right here, and I just absolutely love it. So my office, which currently is office / holding all the Christmas presents. This is my simple place where I work, and like everybody's, unlike my kids, it's not nearly as creative, but there's certain things that represent who I am. But this is where all the podcasts are recorded, and it's nice too because it's in the upper section of the house, and so I like working from home, but at the same time it's quiet enough to be able to get a lot done. Oh, one photo I want to show you, one drawing I want to show you. This is it's a drawing that Danielle did for me right there. I like that one.
It looks like a portrait. Looks like you.
Yeah, that's a portrait. So anyway, that's it. So this is my son. He's 13, going on
14.
You see, he's not short, and so I love this room because it represents who you are.
Yeah, I like it too.
So a couple things, JT. You all did this. You and Danielle did this when you started the room, right? Which is the paint splatter, West Virginia blue and gold effect. Do you like that?
Yeah.
I like it. I'm gonna tell you why I like it as a parent, is because I want, when a child is given a room, it's one of their first opportunities to take ownership of something, but to also create something. And you have created your room. It represents you, represents who you are. So when I look at this, why does this represent your wall here? Like, how do you feel this best represents you when you look at it?
Because kind of just little things that I've done are put up here, like when we went to Key West, there's
So this is Key West right here?
Yeah.
This is our Key West trip, all right? So JT and I are huge into fishing. We did, this year so far, we've done about 200 hours of fishing together. This is my first mate, my best first mate in the world right here. All right, so what else we got?
And then my first home run ball right there.
First home run ball. So baseball is the thing. for
Yeah.
him, his sport, one of his big sports. Okay, what else?
Yeah, and then we have a wrestling award thing, and a slalom that was given to me from Granddad.
Which represents the river life, right?
Yeah.
That we love. And he has got a serious obsession or fascination with these guys. Of all the superheroes, who is the one that you feel like you just adore the most?
Captain America, definitely.
Why?
Because he's awesome.
Man of many words. Okay, so as part of the tour, I want you to see the coolest 16-year-old young lady's room in the universe, at least in my opinion. So come on in, because I want to show you around. All right, Danielle, so break down the elements of the room that makes it awesome.
Alright, so these are all my traveling pictures from when me and Dad traveled for 3 months. There's no other pictures in here except the traveling pictures. And then here's an Audrey picture that I did.
How do you like Audrey?
I'm in love with her. I don't know. I just love her movies and everything that she stands for, I guess. And I made this Vogue thing up. I took a picture of her and like kind of just added quotes and stuff. I don't really know what I was doing, but it kind of happened. And then this was the first picture that I did. Me and my friend did it. I really love this one.
What's your obsession with sunsets? Because this is your thing.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning, you've been totally into sunsets.
What's funny is me and Mom found a poem I did from in kindergarten, and it was a poem about how I loved sunsets. And I've just always been so in love with the colors, and I think it's just God's work. Like, I just love it. It's his art. It's my favorite.
His art. I like that. I like that.
Here's another Audrey. I think this was my second painting that I did in this room. I just love her. And then I have the city silhouette here, and my friend did the doodles up there. And then in here I have a bunch of ripped out papers from Hawaii magazines, and that's like my inspiration because I love Hawaii and I want to go to BYU Hawaii. And so actually in here is like all my glitter workplace. So I have like all the packaging, and this is my favorite part of my room, like right here.
This is where the magic happens, I guess. Right?
Yes, this is all my makeup and beauty, and I love it. And then
Why do you think so? Okay.
Okay.
So what happened? Like, what caused you to get so into this? I mean, what do you think it was?
The makeup?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you went. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, it seemed like one day all of a sudden you were like really good at makeup. It was weird.
Well, I had built up because I was bad up until a point, because you gotta learn. But I started looking up YouTube videos, and I don't know, actually, I think it was part of my artwork that I loved, and I was able to be creative with it.
You're able to do art on your face every day, I guess?
It's my blank canvas.
Yeah, this is a great room here. I like her nook.
This is my Van Gogh painting right here, Starry Night. And this took me a long time because I had to stand here and paint it like this with my hands.
You did this with your hands?
Yes, I did this with my hands. And then this is my Galaxy one. I did a bunch of logos before that, and I hated it. So I painted over it, but I kept the Rolling Stones logo for some reason.
You've been able to create here. How do you think that's impacted you?
I think it's really been able to help me like figure out things that I could do. I didn't realize I could paint with my hands until I started painting this wall and that wall. And that's actually now one of my favorite things to do, is painting with my hands. And that's also helped me figure out something that I love. And I don't know, I just think it's all brought together, everything that I love. And I think that's why I love it so much, is it's all of my passions in life
Like you're
built into one room.
It's a melting pot of you.
Yeah.
What's cool about this room is this was an attic, and this whole floor was an attic at one time. And I was up here one day and I said, you know what? Why can't we create something up here that is different? And that's why, even though it feels totally weird up here,
yeah.
different than most signs it worked out really, really great, and Danielle has turned it into something that her friends are just like, this is the coolest room ever.
We better not ever move.
Yeah, better never move. Yeah, it'll take some time until you go to college. So, anyway, I'm proud of her. She's crushed it. She's crushed it. Okay, so let's go downstairs and we're gonna check that out. There's really 3 sections of the house, and this is one of my favorite sections because it represents more art than anything else. Danielle painted this lion after her experience in Africa, so obviously I love that one, and it really shows some of her creative, just her creations she's taken from the different magazines that she's done. She did this. This was in 2014, and so it shows the progression. And to me, the essence of the basement is art, is create, and want to instill that sense of creation, but also some of those things that we're most passionate about. And so, give you a sense for this. So there's this wall over here, right? And this wall is actually where we live. And we painted that, I guess this was about 5 years ago. Nikki and the kids did this. So this is my house right here that you see. So that's where we are right now. And the great thing is I live next to family. This is my niece. This is my brother-in-law and his wife. So in other words, my wife's sisters right here. We love our little community. This is our disc golf representation because disc golf is big for us. And this painting, or this mural that you see over here on the wall, is Danielle did this when she was like, I think she was like 7 or 8 years old. And this was her first, like one of her first Sunset Beach scenes before she could draw. We just gave her an entire wall and said, hey, have fun, run with it. Above us, something that I really appreciate is, you'll notice many of the ceiling tiles in this room are painted. So what will happen if the kids have an event, if they have a vacation, or if somebody comes and visits us, they get a tile, and this way it locks that memory. And so we want the people that have come to our home to have a permanent place in the home. And so a lot of our visitors have done this. People that have stayed here for any period of time, we try to open our home up to people. And there's just a lot of really, really neat stories behind these tiles. But again, it's about, to me, it goes back to creating art. A lot of things that you see in this room too are representations of my past. So for example, you got a foosball table, and you got a sauna, and there's a pool table, and those are all things that I used to sell. At one time, River Pools had really one of the nicest retail stores in all of Virginia. We sold any cool stuff that you could have in a game room or in a backyard, we sold. But we realized that the future was really not in bricks and mortar retail. And we could see where the internet was going with it, and it was going to be very, very difficult to make a profit. And so that's when we stopped selling those things. In fact, we got rid of all of our retail locations. We had 2 plus some warehouses, and we centralized everything on one major plant where we're building our fiberglass pools today. We work out of, but it's not a retail location. And that's because we said, what's the one thing that we can be best at? And was selling fiberglass pools. It was easily the best decision, other than using the internet and doing inbound content marketing. They ask, you answer. That was the best business decision we ever made. And because of that, I got to take the sauna back with me, and that's a good deal too. This room represents my love of West Virginia. Anybody who knows me knows I went to West Virginia University. And so everything that you see here is West Virginia. This is the treadmill, and over here you have the famous elliptical that, if you've ever read any of my stuff, you know that I think I've probably, I don't know how many thousands of hours I've put on that elliptical, but it's thousands of hours, thousands. And then finally, usually you don't show bathrooms, so I'm going to show you this bathroom. This bathroom, again, represents people. And I call it the positivity wall. And so this is, we have chalk in here, and so anybody that comes into our bathroom and uses it, and we entertain lots, youth groups, church groups. We just let anybody that wants to come and use our pool, pretty much, we let them do it. And so we want them to sign somewhere, and so anywhere you look in here, you'll see that people have put the date, and they'll leave a message, and it makes me happy. Makes me happy. Let me show you one of these. This is really great. It's from a gal named Meredith. She says, Meredith says she is very happy and grateful to have people and friends that care. And that was in 2014, but that was a young lady that just needed love, and she wrote that in here, and that's what it's all about. That's home to me. That's what homes are supposed to be. Well, thank you for joining us behind the scenes of the Sheridan house. I know it was cool for us and cool for the kids, and 2016's been amazing. I want to wish you a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a wonderful 2017, and of course, as you look forward to 2017, hope that you're able to make it one full of professional success, but also personal fulfillment, because after all, that is what the balance is all about. So from us to you, thank you so very much. Everybody say thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Good job, babe.